Hello, everybody, and welcome to CTC The Devil's Triangle Tribal Council number 15. We have our ultimate final six here, the real one, and not the last final six that we had last time we were here. Um, uh, Hold on, let me get the link real quick. So have a few questions for you all today. One sec. Okay, Stephen. Um, Having just returned from Mirage Island, congratulations, welcome back. First question, how does it feel to be back? Second question, how do you feel that you can benefit someone else's game right now?
It's great to be back. It is kind of sad because I felt bad that I kind of robbed the other people of the opportunity for it, but at the same time, I wanted back in, and I we all battled pretty good, and I couldn't have asked for a better outcome for myself. Uh, so cheers! I've got my other wine glass in the two pack, and I'm not going to shatter it this time. Um,
Awesome.
Now, what was part two? Sorry.
How do you feel that you could benefit someone else's
Oh,
game at this point?
yeah. So my strategy coming back in wasn't really to have a strategy. It was just to tell it how it is. Because I came back in, I feel like I'm the only person that was one of the Miragers or on the jury that had no vendettas anymore. Everyone else there was gunning for somebody, at least one person. And I, at the same, I had a vendetta, but that vendetta was no longer in the game. So it didn't really matter. I came in with a free slate. So I told everyone right when I got in, look, there's three options from my perspective. Option one, easy option, take me out. It's kind of what I expect. So I dressed for the occasion and I already have this nice little target, if you can see that on my back, because that's pretty much how I feel. I've not too many people talk to me. So that's what I feel like how it is. Option number two, if you're a top dog, use me. Use me. I'm a freaking number. I'm a tool. I'm whatever you want it to be. Use me and strengthen your position, essentially, because I don't have all of the back history that all of the other people here have, whether it's good or bad. I am the clean slate. And so use me if you want. Option three, if you're on the bottom, use me, pull me in. It's a pretty simple strategy. Honesty and use me. And that's where I was that, and I told everybody that I didn't even have these individual chats with people and individual one-on-ones. I just put it all in the main chat and said, look, this is how I feel like it's going to go. One of three things. And if it goes option one, I'm biased. Boo, don't pick option one. But if you're going to pick option one, do it. And I'm not going to have any hard feelings to anybody because I think all the people left in this game are great. And that's all I had to say. So,
Wonderful. Piggybacking off of that, Kevin, do you think that, you know, in this situation or various other situations in which we have somebody return from an Edge, Redemption, whatever, Mirage, is it smarter to take out the comeback kid or better to utilize them?
It really depends on everyone's personal gameplay. Um, because some people might view like Steven coming back as okay, I can use him as a number, as he said, or let's just take him out and make it a revolving door and not change the status quo. It really just depends on what everybody is thinking is best for themselves.
Sure. Um, Brandon, what do you consider when factoring in who to keep going into the next few rounds slash the end game with? What are those factors?
Is a perfect question. Thank you very much. Um, I think there's a couple lovely things to look at this stage in the game. I think win equity is pretty important. I think that there's somebody here that's got pretty strong win equity right now. Um, I also think that ability to quickly maneuver a game and hypothetically speaking, 30 minutes before a vote, have 3 potential options out there. There's some people who know how to move really quick. There's some people who know how to move pretty strong. Those are some people that you have not worked with me most of this game. And because they haven't worked with me most of the game, as they famously once said, me scary. So that's where I'm at. I think everybody knows it. I think there's no need to hide it. I think that there are some clear front runners, and why are you going to keep the front runners in the game? That's my thoughts.
Riazzo.
Love you.
Riazzo, does Mirage being over change how people are thinking about jury management?
I would say that people kind of haven't been thinking about jury management. From what I've heard, people haven't been as social. So I don't think it's changed anything. I think people, still have the same social strategies that they had, at the beginning of Merge, the middle of Merge, throughout the whole game. So it's just one thing gone.
Wheeze, are people still playing fluidly, or is it more hard lines drawn now?
There's no fluidity. No, I'll tell you what this is, right? And let's just crack this open, because this is more than just this question, right? I am legit. Brandon, first of all, thank you for the compliments, because I know you're talking about me. Me scary. Me can be very scary, right? But look at me. My skin is glowing today. I feel well fed. I feel healthy. I feel like it's time for a live tribal, because we think that it's okay to not talk to me, right? And that's the thing. That's completely fine, right? Like, if you don't want to talk game, that's fine. A hello, a how are you? People did not say hello to me today, and I'm feeling some kind of way about it. So I want to crack this open. So, Stephen, can I ask you who you're voting for tonight? And just dead ass, just tell me.
Well, I'm listening to all the answers here, and
Because I'll tell you dead ass right now, I'm voting for Kevin. Riazzo, if you vote for Kevin, we can tie this. Yes, I may be the fucking front runner right now, but Abby and Kevin are going to go to the end of this game, and if a move is not made, no one has a living hope. Can you beat me in an immunity challenge? Yes, you can. I've won immunity once, and everybody knows it was because Brandon fucking cleared Abby, right? It had nothing to do with me. If you want to make a move and you want to show why you're here, why you came back, the fact that you can win an immunity challenge and you know that you can, vote with me tonight. We need to take one of them out. It is what it is. We can go to rocks if we need to. If you feel like you want to at least tie it and then flip, then at least you tried. But the 3 options you said are valid. But here's the thing. When you align yourself with the front runners, you're not actually aligning with me, you're aligning with them. I have been on the bottom of this game for the last 3 rounds, only surviving by not even my own skill. It has been handed to me because I'm a pawn to be moved at this point, right? I feel like there's a great chance to shake this game up. Those 3 are a tight trio, and they will not be broken up, and they will be this final 3 unless one of them goes now. And I mean that with my whole chest stand on it. So no, it's not fluid unless this changes.
I'm going to throw something out there just in the spirit of live tribal. You and I have been together since day 1, minus a couple of days in there in the middle. There were a couple of days where I would reach out and didn't get a response back. And so I do think that, like, there's things.
I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't talking about you.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like,
today.
There's things going on with everybody everywhere during the game, right?
Yeah, but when you have a 2-hour call with someone last night promising that you want to go to at least the final 4 together, there's that big connection, and then you don't talk to me, you don't even give me a hello today. No, I'm fucking voting for you, Kevin. You've pissed me off. I understand the migraine. You've messaged people today. You did not message me once.
Understood. I'm not going to defend myself on why I didn't message you today. I didn't end up messaging you, and I apologize for that, but I'm not going to sit here and either lie to you or coddle you or give you a bunch of time.
You don't need to do that with me. That's the thing. You know me.
Okay.
You played with me. You know that if it's for your game, I am fine. But the fact that you didn't even say hi is crazy.
I do. Like I said, I apologize for not even saying hi. But if I were to go, hey, Weeze, I'm voting for you tonight and give you a shit ton of time to make maneuvers,
You
because
did not
that's
need to
what
do
you
that.
do. Okay, I could have said hi and then
Exactly.
avoided a
Thank you.
question whenever you said, hey, what are we doing tonight? Is the vote still the way we are planning?
You could
Or
have lied to me and I would have felt better about it, honestly, because I would have respected the hustle. Because the fact that there could be an idol out there could be this, there could be that, I would have respected it. But the flat out ignoring me, no, I don't take too kindly to it. And this is how I feel. And like I said, there's a trio in this game. I'm not talking about like you, Abby, Brandon, in a sense. I'm not trying to flip one of you because I know that it's pointless because you guys have been together since the beginning of this merge and you will go to the end of this game together. And I'm dead ass serious when I say, unless Riazo and Steven, unless you vote with me tonight and we can flip this game on its head, they will be the final three because they will have the numbers and they will get you out unless one of you can find this idol in one round. And listen, if I go, I pray that you do, because this is not the final three that I want to see. But this game needs to change. There is no fluidity. It is stagnant. You can get me out next round, but best know I'll be cheesing because I know that that won't be the final three anymore.
I think a
That's
lot
all.
of that. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry, go ahead. I said that's all.
I was just absorbing because I don't know what's happened all along, and I'm trying to figure out. And I don't feel like to be honest, I didn't come this far to draw rocks. I don't.
Yeah, but
I'm
you'll
really
be
nervous
fifth,
about
or
that.
you'll be fourth. That's what I'm saying, right? And here's the thing, right? Is that
Well, that was
so
just what I was
my
saying based off the
That's fine.
proposal you have is me draw rocks, and I just was gone for so long just
No,
to
and I
put my
understand
faith
that,
in a
but here's the
rock.
thing.
That's scary.
My mentality is that I play for a win, not a placement. And so if you're happy playing for third, fourth, fifth, I understand it. But this is about winning the game for me. This is about trying to navigate the game. This has always been about trying to get that win at the end. And yes, I'm a front runner. Yes, I understand that I could win at the end. Yes, I understand I probably will win at the end if I get there. But the likelihood that one person gets there versus the likelihood of 2 to 3 people getting there is a lot different. A lot different. And so I'm giving
know
the option here to change the game and change the narrative.
You also know 5 people left in the game after this vote. There's still a lot of game to play. There's still a lot that could happen, right?
Yeah, there's
I just
5
had
people in the game with a strong 3. Let's be real.
But you and I just had a conversation the other day with the Laura vote when you were like, hey, there's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. Like, game's over. It's up. Like, the gig is cooked, right? But look at you now. You're still here and Laura's still out.
We see this. Yeah, the game is over because we can see all the placements. We can see that you, Kevin, and Abby are a 3, and that Riazo and Steven will be a 2. And the only way that both of them will survive until the final 4 is that if one finds the idol and one wins immunity. And listen, would I like to see it? Yes. And if you're playing for a placement, that is the move. The move is to get me out.
And that's your take.
I would like to pipe in here. I have told every single person, including Kevin, that I plan to cut Kevin.
And it's a great diversion. It's a great way to make people want to keep you both in the game. But is it real? It's a good question.
We'll say to Kevin's face right now.
If Kevin wins immunity, what happens?
If Kevin wins immunity, then he's gonna save me.
Which is why it's not real. It's a diversion strategy.
But that nobody's
now, but you don't know. The game is still going.
The game is still going.
The defenses are coming from the 3 people who are together.
Can you blame me for having good allies that we've never flipped on this?
Did I ever say that I blamed you? No, it's a good game strategy. I'm not pitching to you 3. I'm pitching to Riazo and Steven because it's their games that are on the line tonight. It is their games that are at jeopardy, and it is their games to lose tonight. And I do not want you guys to be the final 3. I don't want you to be the final 3.
Steven and Riazo, go ahead and let's push this to rocks, where you guys would have a 66% chance of going, and Brandon would have a 33% chance of going. And then the same scenario that they believe. I apologize. They believe is going to play out. But what I want to say is, with 5 people left in this game after this vote, there's still a lot of game left. I didn't think that Weeze was going to flip on Eleanor as quickly as they did, but they did. I didn't think that Riazzo and Laura were going to flip and vote out Scott like they did, but they did. I didn't think that Weeze and Abby were going to flip and vote out Laura, but they did.
And you. Just to make that clear.
I didn't
But here's
flip
the
on
thing.
Laura.
I
I was never strictly aligned with
I
Laura.
would take 66% odds of losing than 100% odds of losing.
You're
I
just
would.
saying this because that is the only way to save your ass.
Yeah, I want to stay here, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to Riazzo and Stephen. Every single time I have been up there, I have said to people, if I understand that if I am the best, if me leaving is the best move for you, I understand it. Can I sit here and tell Riazzo and Stephen that me leaving is the best thing for them? I cannot, because it wouldn't be the truth. It would not be the truth. You three will defend yourselves as you should, especially you two, Brandon and Kevin, as people without immunity. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to these two people about what isn't good for their game. Is there a chance that one of them could go home if there's rocks? Absolutely. I'm not going to lie and say that it isn't. And that in which case the game is lost for us all, because you three will still be the final three.
But
on the other side, if it works, we're now in the power position, and you have every chance to still get me out and to still break up this final three, and you would actually have a move under your belt to say why you should win this game. Play
It wouldn't be under
win,
your belt. It
hold
would
on.
be under Weeze's.
Okay, one at a time.
Sorry. If Weeze stays here because of their argument, which good argument, Weeze, like, the problem with you is, like, I love talking to you and I think you're a great person and, like, I want to be your friend forever. And that's the problem right there, because you are so charismatic and everything. So if your argument right now is to stay and you end up staying, that's another argument as to why you should win. You're just, like, adding things to your belt, and I think
I'm
that's
not
amazing,
saying that.
but I have to get that out.
I'm not saying that I'm not a contender to win, and I've never said that I wouldn't win at the end. Listen, I can't help my raw sex appeal and charismatic personality, you know. It just is who I am and who I always will be. But the real thing is that it's just plain. I am going to struggle to get to the end of this game. Every round has been a struggle. It will continue to be a struggle. I'm not an immunity player. I'm not very good at competitions, but I am good at talking, right? And I'll take that to my grave, right? I'm fluent in Japanese, and I will continue to yap until I'm well into my grave. All I'm saying here is that there is a chance to flip for a win, play for a win, not a placement. It's what my mantra is. It always will be. If I get to the end, will I win? Probably. But you have to get me out first, right? And
if you were this hard to get out now, think about how hard it's going to be tomorrow and the next day.
It's actually going to be easier. It's probably going to be easier, because here's the thing. They won't have to worry about a final three in the game at a final five. They won't have to worry about a final three in the game at the final five. A unanimous vote at the final six means somebody is fucking up. Somebody is making an actively wrong decision for their game. Because this is a final two. You will not survive. I can only say what I think is real. The reason why I sound so convincing is because when I know something is true and I can speak with conviction, it will always come across how it's meant to come across. I don't lie well, but I can speak the truth well. Know that.
You did lie well, because we didn't think you were voting out Eleanor, and then you did.
Yes, you did. Kevin even told me he wanted to do a coup against me that round because he was so sure I was flipping.
And I actually didn't talk to Kevin that round. So maybe if Kevin and I had been on a call that round, I would have thought that. But I didn't know you were flipping on Eleanor that round. I had no idea. I was, like, actually shocked.
But Stephen, sorry, I know you were about to say something.
I didn't want to interrupt, but would you take me to final two?
Yes, I'll send it to you right now. I'll take you to final two.
But do you have final twos with anyone else?
No. I offered one to Kevin and he rejected me, and I said that's fair enough. I don't have a final two in this game. Scott was my final two. I'll say right now, I'll take both you and Riazzo to final three if I have the power to do so.
I think Weeze wins if they're in the final.
I think I win if I'm in the final too. But you have to win that final immunity challenge, and I'm not good at comps. I'm not.
That's what you say, but you never know.
You never know, and it's a chance.
I think Weeze wins in any scenario. I think I've played the best game. I think Weez wins against me.
I agree.
It's the gift of the gab. I wouldn't take it personally.
Weez,
I'm a
I
good
love
the
you.
vote.
Also, like, I just want to say, like, I love you. I'm sorry. I'm just playing the
It's
game
not
right
a
now. I'm sorry.
personal. It's not a personal thing. I'm trying to play the game. I'm trying to get to the next round, and I'm trying to play the route that I think is the best route. And I
But
honestly believe that this is the best way.
Steven, it's just like you said today on call. Like, if I make it to the end, which I hope and plan to do, there's so many people that have been offended by me and my like bluntness. We've had that gift of emotional pull. They're very charismatic in that I don't have. So like think about that, but also I'm immune. Do what you want to do. But I think we had a really good talk today. And I meant exactly what I said in the sense that, yes, me, Brandon, and Kevin have been aligned and we've been doing a great job. But it's going to get down to final four, final three eventually.
All right, with that, let's get to the vote. Everybody, you have until 10:28 to cast / lock in your votes. Thank you.
Hi. Now, as always, is the time for shout outs. Filled with very tense silence. Thank you.
I do want to quickly say, like always, I miss you, Jakey. I love you. I know you're watching. I know you're proud of me no matter what. I'm so happy that you got to watch me play this game because I know you don't get to watch me play, really. And I hope that I have made you proud.
Shout out to my prod people, the people in my viewing lounge. Shout out to my dogs, my wife Firestone, who helped fix my wife's flat tire while she is 3 hours away from me. And shout out to Excedrin Migraine for pulling their weight today.
I have a shout out. First off, I had a lot of personal family life with I don't have any kids, but I have 3 dogs and they are my kids. And one of them had an emergency and was in the vet for 24 hours and almost had surgery. It was a big deal. And everyone here, regardless of whatever everyone just saw, actually had an outpouring of really like support. And that means more than the game to me. So thank you to all of you guys, because that was actually really genuine and very true. And also, hi, jury. That's all.
The problem with being final six, final five is that I have liked everybody for a long time now, and it's not easy to vote anyone out. So, shout out to the jury who, sorry for being a bitch, but also not sorry because I'm an Aries and an only child.
Shout out to Baker Mayfield. Yes, sir.
Okay, I have the votes. If anybody has an Eidolon advantage they'd like to play, now would be the time to do so. Okay. I have 6 votes in my hand. First vote. Kevin. Second vote. Weez. It's one vote, Kevin, one vote, Weiss. Third vote. Weiss. Two votes, Weiss. Fourth vote. Weiss. Fifth vote, and the eighth member of our jury, Weiss. Do you have anything you'd like to say? Please
I
go
do
ahead.
look great tonight. I do just want to say, Riazo, I gave you a lot of credit before this vote. I really did. I put your win equity as a lot higher than what other people gave to you, especially what people on the outs were saying about you. And as people were going to the jury, I even wrote them off thinking, they'll change their mind. Riazo hasn't done anything wrong. I'm now going to the jury firmly on their side. I don't think you have a hope in hell, but I'll still be I hope you make it, bro. I really hope you make it. Goodbye.